blame for the loss. Do you think if Kyle Shanahan maybe could be side-eyeing Purdy right now and being like, you're only good when I'm kind of giving you the answer to the test, and when you have to kind of make something on your own, you look a lot more human and a lot more better. Could he, if Purdy continues to look average, ordinary, if let's say Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Trent, they're all out for 2 games. If he continues to look kind of ordinary, maybe floats back to earth a little bit, are there going to be any heating up rumors about Kyle calling his old love back?
Hell yeah, there
He's
is.
gonna be like, he's gonna see Kirk today. You know, when you haven't seen your ex in a while, and then you run into them at like a high school reunion and start reminiscing on all the times that you had. Is that gonna be them on
Kirk's
Monday?
gonna run into him in the post game tunnel and be like, I could throw better than that, right? And he's gonna be like, well, Kirk, the things I do with you in my offense. No,
That's
no,
so funny. But yeah, so you don't see a Kyle side-eyeing Purdy and looking for maybe his backup Steve Young, or
it's funny that you bring it up that way,
sending little love letters to Kirk Cousins.
When I was with Grant last Friday, it's funny you bring that up, that how he mentioned about like Shannon Sharp's system quarterback, and he was speculating like, I wonder if he got that from Mike Shanahan, and Mike Shanahan didn't get that from Kyle. And I pushed back on that in a sense, like, I don't think Mike's necessarily getting it from his son, because how much time is Kyle really going to talk to his dad throughout the week in terms of like,
doesn't Mike have like,
I mean, in terms of like discussing his players, I think they're more so talking about like, dad, some help in terms like that. But like in terms of like gossiping like that, I think Mike, in terms of he kind of is speaking for his son, is like, I understand that's my system in a way that it's similar, and so he's feeding him that. So in that sense, like it's like wondering, like, I think Mike thinks that like, hey, it's my son's system, because no duh, that's my son, of course. And I'm, like, Brock Purdy's right.
Stand up more for like his son versus.
I don't think it's true so much that Brock is just pretty much like a robot. Yeah, he is like a robot, but I've already seen enough instances where he's not just a one-read guy. When he's there, he frolics and panics. There's been too many instances, and he does, with his own ability of just like scrambling or just shooting deep, or even if it's not there, he knows how to reset and find another guy. So he's definitely more than that. But yeah, if he looks poor in this game, that's when the love lust is really going to start to fall down more. That's why, again, like back to the beginning, is like, all right, let's see how he bounces back, because that was a poor game. He played a big role in the loss. Now you're facing a defense that's a middling of the pack defense that's nowhere near the same caliber as the Browns. Yes, you'll be without probably a weapon or two, and maybe even your security blanket at offensive line, but you still should be able to go out there and excel and look good. That's going to be the real point of like, all right, is he really just a proponent of, I have a bunch of weapons that make me look good?